So if you will click on your library and then click on here, you could see I've got two libraries. One is called default and the other is called most used. So first select the library that you want to export, such as default. Click on library again and then hover your cursor over manage library and finally select export library. First I tried to save into my external USB drive, but then Camtasia gave me this warning saying it doesn't recommend exporting library to a network or removable drive. So you could change the location by clicking on yes, and then I selected a different folder on my C drive and then I clicked on save. This would zip your library and export it. Note, it would just export the selected library. So to export another library, select it and then repeat the same procedure. Now you could go to the folder that you have saved the library and copy it to USB drive or anywhere else that you want. Now you could insert your USB drive to another computer, and it is better to copy these exported libraries to a folder in your computer. And then open Camtasia, go to library, click on here and hover your cursor over manage library, and this time select import zipped library. Go to the folder that you have saved the library and select it and then click on open. Important, here you could select where to add or import the library to. If you would click on here, you could import it to your default library, or if you would keep create new library and then select import, then it would create a new library with the same name as the zipped file. In my case, it is my default library that I'm importing, so I delete the imported library by selecting the library and then clicking on here again, hover your cursor over manage library and then select delete library and then click on delete, and then once again import the same library. But this time I select add to default and then click on import. In this way all my assets would be saved into my default library. Now it's time to import my other library. So once again click on here and then select manage library, import zipped library and follow the same process. But this time I select create new library and then select import. And now if you will click on library, you could see my second library is also imported, but it has got not a very recognizable name. So you could rename your library by going to manage library and then select rename library and give the same name as your other computer. And here it is. We have imported all our libraries from one computer to another. You could also go to the zip files and rename them to name of the libraries that you have exported, and then you could save these files in a place to keep them as a backup for your libraries.